AT&T Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Dallas Cowboys. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is fielded a couple yards deep. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Yeah, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Here we go. DC, DC. 3 down. Hey, Maverick.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Dumps it off to Gurley. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. A gain of 4 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Yeah, they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Goff. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down.
Merlin. Harbaugh.
On first down, it's gone. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And give him a gain of 37. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Jester. Here we go, Dula.
To throw on second down is gone. And Cooks has it over the middle. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey, lift! 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 Lift!
A shotgun snap for Gone. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 11. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Only able to make it to the 15 after the nice move. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Hey, here we go. 180.
On second down, Elliott. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Strong right. Even. 4 down. Even. Here we go. 180.
A first down throw for Prescott. Over the middle, he'll get it to Harrison. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Hey, here we go. 180.
Here's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Samson Ebukam in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Hey, lift! 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 Lift!
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And able to find a little space. He gets us up over the 15 to the 16. Now that's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go. Here we go, fellas. Here we go. 17. 17. 17. 3 down. 5.
On second down, here's Goff. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
He's thrown 1 interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does. And that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Goff. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Pulled in at the 24. Able to avoid him at the 40. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're 1st place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try and at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Here we go. Wide 8. 41 to the wheel. What do you think?
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
4 down, check, 4 down. Check. Here we go, 46.
Prescott from the gun. He's got Harrison left side complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
He's checking. We're going to 54, wide in.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
And down to the 36-yard line here. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Here we go, 46.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. Here's Prescott. Going to throw right side here, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
Here we go, 47. 26.
And on the ground they go with the running back. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. In for the score. And the Cowboys are in for 6. Will Lutz on for the point after.
Brandon, what we just saw there were 2 guys who are in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
17. What? White 20. Maverick.
Now gone. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he'll be out right at the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come
17,
up on 1st and 10.
17. Hey, 5.
Now a first down throw. Gone. He gets it to Cooks. The 30. 10. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Zuerlein good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking deep for Elliott. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Go, 12, go.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Here's Goff. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Oh, yeah!
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Orange, 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 orange. Got three down. What? Twist. 11.
Gone. And it is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And Zuerlein's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. As the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal.
3 down. Hard ball. Check. 55. Check. Maverick.
Following the fumble recovery. Goff forced out to his left. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Zuerlein's kick is good. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Start there, over here. Over here. Start there. Back.
They go to Elliott again. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
A very solid gain of 27. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Then we're going to 53. 26.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
His throw caught at about the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
Good. There we go. Wide in. Here you go. 26.
They go play action here on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
go on the ground. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now they'll run it on the toss, and he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
14. Super.
They'll try the air now with Goff. It's caught left side by Cooks. And down he'll go at the 25. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Shell. Hey, Shell.
Goff on 3rd down. Dumps it off to Gurley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 13 and also a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
76.
Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. And credit the tackle to Taco Charlton with a stop.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Louis. Cut. Black 20. 76. Tell him. 76.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Being chased out left. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there. And it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
DC. 17.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Hard throw, incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got a man. Complete. Past the 20. Then he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead.
47. Here we go. Wide 8.
On the sneak, it's Prescott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys will have the lead if they can hit the PAT. Lutz will look to add the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hey, 5. 12.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3. 12.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way to the opposite 45. It's a big conversion there for the Rams on third down. 42 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Super 66.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Here we go. 17. 17. 17.
The throw on 2nd down is gone. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Hard ball. Super 1. 12.
From the gun, here's Gone. What a spin. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. Goff now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Shell.
Now a handoff for Gurley. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
Again, they run with Gurley. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. The Rams on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 14. He's back to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Goff now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. Oh, spinning away. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Go, 12, go.
On the toss, it's Gurley. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Second and goal from the 1.
Listen.
They come out here in the eye. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Another carry now for Gurley. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Super one, super one.
He's going to get it running right. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
This is third and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington.
Like 20.
And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. This is third and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. We're good.
Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with 4th down now looming. And they get the timeout called here. It comes with 1 second remaining on the clock. So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein. The clock showing just 1 tick. This for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And the Rams have won the game. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for L.A., the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals.